Hi, welcome to 330 Media. I'm Teri Moser, and if you're new to this channel, please hit like and subscribe so that you can stay connected to valuable information on how to think your best, feel your best, and believe your best. Today is March 30th, and I couldn't be any more excited to share with you 330. And what does this mean? So if you want to know what the numbers 330 literally mean, the word I think that God has for us in this season, and how we can actually apply this revelation to the season we're in right now with COVID and social distancing, continue to watch this video. So this week I just keep hearing the word premature labor, and I ask God, what does this mean? I just feel like He is saying to me personally, and I think it might be a good word for a few of us, is that we have had a date, a launch date, a deadline, something that we had that was futuristic, the day we were going to retire, the day we were going to be good enough, what we were going to do to have enough of whatever we needed to fulfill what was ever in our heart. And so as I analyze that, I think about my daughter who's expecting a baby the 1st of May. And so as you know, a doctor told her months ago, this is when you can expect to have your baby. So ultimately, they've done a lot of the preparation. They've moved their toddler into another room. They've painted big rooms. They've done a lot of those things that they can. But there are a lot of things, and especially in this season, that they feel possibly they're not ready for. Are you ready for the second baby? He's, job is in the balance, and do they have enough diapers? Is there enough formula? What's going to happen? Are the doctors there? There's a lot of variables that are happening right now. And so even though you may know the day is coming and you've done the best that you can, you're still in this place of doubt. The strange thing though with giving a baby is that's going to eventually end. This baby is going to come, and God is going to say when the time is ready, the water's going to burst, and that baby's going to come out. And so what I feel like the word is for us is that your water is broken, and it's time to come out into the fullness of what God has for you. What is that thing? What have you been putting off? What have you been waiting for? And the goal in this word is to make the adjustments. What adjustments do we need to make in order to join God on the timetable He's on? Are we willing to lay down our plan, our agenda, that futuristic date when everything's going to be perfectly placed and come out when He tells us to? So here's the thing I've been challenged with, even in 330 Media, even with recording this video. There are a lot of things that I have researched and studied, but I am not an expert. This is not necessarily the thing I feel called to do or significant enough in, or all of that garbage that keeps us locked up. So the challenge is, now is the perfect time to reign. 330 means now is the perfect time to reign. So the thing that God is calling you to, He's also equipping you to be the king and the queen of that domain. Now is the perfect time to reign is what 330 means. And so here's a list of 8 things that I think have helped me in the last couple weeks to stay focused on God's timetable, make my adjustments, get with Him, get with my goals, get with my dreams, so that this is not wasted time. This time of incubation isn't to shut down, but it's actually for propelling us. So here's my top list of 8 things. Before I do that, take a second. If you have something that you want to add, or you have a question about, or you just want a level of accountability like I do, I'm putting this out there for everybody to see so that I stay accountable to what God has put in my heart. Feel free to use this as a connection to stay connected to people and accountable. We'd love to hear where you're at and what you're being challenged with. So here's my top 8 things. Okay, so I have had some mental breakdowns. I've actually been on surgery rest for already 6 weeks. So I'm going on 8 weeks, 7 and 8 weeks of lockdown. And so when I called my life coach and some of the people who talked me off a ledge, these were the things that came from that conversation and that I have been inspired to do in order to stay focused on now being the time, now being the perfect time. So number 8 is take a shower. Get dressed for work. Don't roll through the day, but be intentional. Time can really get away from us, and when we just have that grimy feeling, we just aren't motivated. So I just really encourage you, take a shower, get dressed, act like you're going to work. 7, make your bed in the morning. There's a struggle for me in just seeing one day bleeding into the next, but making our bed is a very practical way to feel like a day is ended and one is starting. So yeah, make your bed. It's always good. Anyways, number 6 is to set up a temporal but inviting office space. So no matter what you need to do, clear off a table, clear off a counter, get a nook, pop up a fold away table, something so that you can have a permanent workspace, something that, again, makes you feel like you're getting dressed for intentionality and that you're going to sit there and you can actually walk away and have time with your family and then go back there. So throughout the day, you could feel like you're intentionally putting your work hat on and taking it off. Definitely has been helpful. Number 5 is limit the time of wasting time. So go for walks while you're thinking. Make Zoom appointments. Find creative ways to connect with family and friends. We've been playing Zoom games with our family. So we all have LCR, that left set or right dice game. And so we have a night of the week or two where we play games together. Find creative ways to be connecting with people so that you can break up the monotony of feeling so alone. Number 4 is get a fresh new journal or notebook so that you can begin to write down goals of this thing that God's calling you to do that's been marinating in your heart. And you can also track your progress. You can use it as a journal. There's so much going on right now that having a journal and a safe place to write down your thoughts and ideas and keep yourself accountable is very, very helpful. So number 3 is in 330 Media's channel, we have a series on how to fulfill your dreams in 2020. I highly recommend that you watch these videos that I'll link here for you on SMART goals, dream boards, how to manage your goals, how to prioritize your goals. It's very beneficial. With YouTube and all these resources, it's very difficult to blame anything on not having the knowledge. You got the knowledge. It's right at your fingertips. So 2 is do something every day to move closer to your goal. Make a phone call, learn a new tool, educate yourself. So look, if you're in sales, this may not be the appropriate time to be calling people to make sales, but you could definitely be reaching out to people to give back. This is a time to give so that in the future, when you know you may call upon those people, you've already invested a little bit in a genuine relationship. Don't wait until May 1st. Don't wait until June 1st and come out of the woodwork when people are scattered and all over the place. My daughter-in-law is a phenomenal giver. She is in a loan business, and so she takes cinnamon rolls to people. She's reaching out to people. She's utilizing this time to give back, knowing that eventually she's going to be making a call. This is a phenomenal time to utilize this season to start investing in people. And if you don't know how to do that, then it's a good time to kind of go inward and find out what holds you back from doing that. So number 1 is apply the principle that now is the perfect time to reign to your everyday life. It doesn't matter what it is. So if you're home with your kids, you feel trapped, now might be the time to create structure that you've never had in your home before. Now might be the time to put the kids to bed earlier. There's a lot of things that now is the time. You may have never done it before. There may have never been a need for it before, but now is the time. And so this is a very good opportunity to restructure the way that we think, to restructure what we do and say, you know what? I'm going to embrace this season and recognize that now is the time to change that thing. Now is the time to embrace that. So my last word of encouragement is keep climbing the mountain. Don't look down. Keep climbing and look up, because if you look down, you're going to get very afraid and you're going to stop. But every day we need to be moving forward. So again, I would love your feedback, love your comments. If you just want to use this as an opportunity for accountability, go ahead and put your thing out there. We will support you and love on you however we can. Thanks. Have a great day.